Just setting up here. Got to get the script ready. Okay. All right, morning. This does not need to be 4 panels. It needs to be 3 others. Actually, you know what? We can go open panel on this one. Like that froze for a second. Hopefully that's just a one-off. That's going to be a bit of a tough angle, but that might be vaguely interesting. To there. Yeah. Bit of a difficulty with getting the Liefeld chests in there. This guy should theoretically be bigger. Do I have the last page here for reference? I don't think I do. Shouldn't be too far. Hang on a moment. There we go. All right. Not my strongest look of profile, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Profiles almost never look good, feels like. I'm going to do that because it does kind of affect his whole posture. Now, see, that's a little too low. Got that glove around here somewhere. Oh, come on. I had it just like a few days ago. That's where I can't put anything down ever. No. Okay, I guess we're going without the glove today. If things must be smudged, they will be smudged. No bacteria, right? Okay. How's this going? Because he's basically got one line per panel. That works. Okay, yeah. I definitely do not want 3 profile shots. Do we want a full body shot here? Maybe. Do we do the pointy finger? Perhaps. Can we draw the pointy finger? Perhaps not. We can just do like a glory shot of Rancor here. Oh, we should do it one of those to fit stuff in. Just started to consider like fitting in lettering. But we want it from a lower angle. It's kind of a nothing panel, really, but this is all kind of just serving the dialogue at this point. From below, man, come on. So less distance between the tip of the nose and the eyes. Shit. I don't like this too much. Okay, let's start with the pencil, see if I can fix it up. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Merry Sunday. For some reason, I've got a bit of a block going on at the moment for a 3/4 view of a head from Slight Worm's eye view. I'm sure I've drawn this a million times, but Space out the eyes a bit more, maybe. Yeah. Do the one side gritting the teeth and the other side not so much. That works. The number 4 up in the title or on the screen somewhere. I mean, this is page 4 of issue 4, so 4 is abound. Unless I actually accidentally hit the number thing when I was putting this up, which I might have. For some reason, they do something when you put up the title where if you hit the number button, I don't know, it starts suggesting all sorts of fucked up shit. I don't know what happens there. Luckily, this is going to get covered up by hair anyway, so. Oh, 4 people watching. Ah. Yep, we're getting into higher echelons. It usually starts a little slow. And I think it's mostly people putting it on the background to start with, which is cool. No problem with that whatsoever. What is the first line here? Do that, we do regular profile, and then this is going to be the panel that gets left for last. I can already tell you. Let's leave a little room for a word balloon for once, because I'm starting lettering. I'm starting to do lettering regularly on these now, and like I think it was page 2 had no room for any lettering. It was kind of funny. It's like I'm like blocking out half the art. You know, it's like, you know, I didn't like that page too much anyway. That works fine for me. You got to be dropping the cease and desist here, I think. And boldly walking up to gun show. Maybe don't. Let's avoid the dick tangents if we can. Okay, so let's figure out some shadowing here. I think, yeah, slightly from the left works fine. Or slightly from behind you, too. We're going to divvy it up from where the shadow ink's coming from. Yeah, there's not a lot of those on the long, overly worded Eric Stevenson explanations on these pages. Page 2 was like the catch-up issue, or yeah, catch-up page, where you got to fill your readers in on what happened at the end of last issue. So there was quite a bit more talking than I thought. It's like when I read it out, it's like, this isn't too much talking until you got to fit it in somewhere. Forget the stubble. Got to put that in here, or I will. All right, I think we can. Well, we can rule up some panel borders anyway here. All right, where I had an 08. Okay, that's very strange. That shouldn't just disappear. There's you. Where are you? No, you're dead 02. Okay. All right, strange. I feel like whatever this is does not archive properly. This pen. Are we all right? Something cracked. Is it the ruler? No. Okay. Oh, you're not even gonna have enough ink for a fucking panel. Shit, why would I think otherwise? I haven't used these. Probably. Yeah. These are not. They're like substandard pens. What are these? Superior. Says you. They're probably not too bad if you don't leave them sitting for a year. But I guess we'll never know. What is this? Oh, that's on the 08. Okay. And I think we want a jagged Will Sporter for this. Now, do we want to go? I think that wouldn't be too bad, really. Because we need to flush this out a little bit more, but that's not too bad either. Yeah, do the balloons here and here, I guess. Because that is how that pattern goes, I think. Oh, I'm not taking height into account, really. Yeah, they're all like the same height, basically, except for Hard, who shifts wildly from panel to panel. Let's see. Yeah, two word balloons here. That's not remotely sharp enough. Come on. Without breaking the lead, very good. Yeah, he can at least go nose to nose with the other guys. I suppose gun show should be a bit bigger. He's like a couple inches bigger. That might be okay. Of course, next time we see him, he might be shorter than everybody. So, you know, but that I mean, Wrangler. So it doesn't that matter too much. Like I said, try not to worry about being a professional. Just having fun with this shit. So I don't try to have fun with it, I will lose interest entirely. That's quite the face. I'm so intimidating, yo. Yes, exactly. Well, those, the extra molds cost a lot of money, so. Like if I have a guy who's supposed to be obviously short, and I think I did briefly come up with a guy like that. It's just I dislike the idea a lot because I hate those characters. The character whose gimmick is that they're 3 feet tall. So not like Wolverine or anything, but Puck, Troll, whoever the fuck else. Is there any others? There's probably others. That's quite the smirk. A little bit less so, if you don't mind. Still pretty smirky. He's been smirking this whole time. That's okay, I guess. Let's just open it up a little bit. I think that looks a little better. I mean, it is a little funny that they're standing there making faces at each other, but right before, Gun Show concusses Rancor, but this face is insane on Rancor here. Holy shit. Let's work on that. That looks like fun. Brush for the outline, I think. Holy shit. No, I'm not. Although Kirby, I feel like there were parts where he was like a regular sized dude. But like, yeah, no, I hate that trope. I've always disliked those characters. I think I didn't mind Puck too much in what was it, Immortal Hulk. Yeah. Maybe it's just Troll I hate. Could be. And let's see. Like that. But yeah, it feels like he totally just walked up to gun show and went, "Here are my lower teeth." Do that a little bit. Yes, Lord M. That's another good one. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's like there can't be more than just one example of the tiny guy I hate thing. Yeah, Emp is another one. Yeah, it's a shame he didn't catch on back then, I guess. Not that any of those movies were ever going to happen, but. It didn't help that Jim Lee couldn't draw, like a small person. He just drew like a regular person's head and torso and then half the legs. Oh, for sure. Although, I mean, like, if you can't do it, maybe don't do it. But like, you didn't have to draw him necessarily as like, what's the term these days? As a dwarf. You could have just drawn him proportionally smaller too. instead of having the gorilla arms. That's not the right one at all. And the okay, this neck doesn't look particularly flattering, but that's okay. He's kind of losing his mind for them. And this will not be a flattering page for Rancor anyway, so I guess it's fine. This thing's just like that. Yeah, I don't think I can really rely on this thing to be useful anymore. Yeah. Okay. Oh, where are those brushes I had somewhere? There we go. That is way too thin. Sure. Yeah, that is an unflattering shot. Oh, 03 would be nice. Apparently not blue pencil. I'm not sure that that actually looks any better. Same with that, really. I mean, that's a head. Not a pretty one. Weren't exactly going for. Holy shit. Just saw him on the screen. It looks fucking demonic. It's interesting having to try to make up brush strokes. The music is just kind of for the stream. Like, I'm okay either way, really. Honestly, I prefer to put like 90s music on or something, but can't without getting the video probably taken down. But I feel like a lot, most of the time people come in here, if it's dead quiet, it's just kind of creepy. I had a brush for this just a second ago. I feel like I should turn this thing vertical here. Try to get some Portasio strokes, kind of. But I don't think I'm really getting anywhere near. Come on. This is not taking a look at me. Yeah. I like him a fair bit. I think he's fairly creative, like imaginative with his page layouts. He really likes to make like crazy elongated figures. His action's usually pretty friggin' dynamic. And he gets pretty tight with the rendering too. I think I'm probably cooling off a bit on him from where I was before, but I'm still a big fan anyway. I don't know who would. I mean, I think right now that I'm getting back to Art Adams. Honestly, ever since the going over that X annual. So I've got a couple other X annuals, and we'll go over those at some point reasonably soon. I'm not running out of ink. I only have a few O2s. It's funny. I really hadn't seen that X annual until I did the revisit with my buddy, but I knew he was a big fan of it. Okay, so what are we doing? That and that, I think. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that was one of the longer ones. Anytime I end up with a team up, it tends to go a little bit long. The G.I. Joe one went like 2 hours. And then I had to trim off like 45 minutes, I think. It did have a lot of ground to cover, though, because it was a number one, I guess. And I kind of figured he'd want to talk about like the toys and shit. If you don't get to it, don't worry. I mean, you know, I make plenty of the shorter 25-minute videos. It doesn't seem a little crazy to me that for a dude who doesn't like to talk very much, like 25-minute videos talking about comics is the norm. So next week, I do have another Cerebus one coming out. I think I'm going to drop those once every 2 weeks and see if we can just drive away viewers. Because that one is fun to talk about. Getting back to the Larry Hama Silvestri Wolverine. What's the third one? Oh, yeah. Spawn number 12. And I just finished one yesterday. What was it? Oh, right, 1963. The Alan Moore series. Which is a bit of a tough one to talk about because I don't, talking like it's for one thing, it's a pastiche stuff. Like I like it, but I don't know how to talk about it, intelligently. But the first one, at least, I did have when I was a kid, and it was like, I think I could probably come up with a few things to say. And yeah, all right. I don't know how great it'll be, but I don't know how great any of them will be, really. Every time I fucking step up to the mic, it's like, so am I actually going to have anything to say this time? And then, 25 minutes of footage later. Okay, sure. Well, actually, like an hour of footage a lot of the time. Why is this line here? You're upsetting your line. I think that was just the first outline for the shine. That's nothing. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm running low on. Well, okay, I'm not running low on Tombos, but I don't want to waste them on this, and um, my gas and Feud just kind of gave up the ghost on me. So I do have some Speedball and a bunch of tiny cheap brushes. So might as well use that shit, I guess. Oh, come on. It doesn't absorb fucking anything. Oh, I think that's because this is an older one, which I've already abused. Fucking terrible with my brushes. Don't do anything with them. Like any of this stuff, you're supposed to do to preserve them. Oh, I fucking hope not. Unless you just want me sobbing for the last hour and a half of it. This is, man, this doesn't look terrible. And you know this is going to show up. And no, you didn't miss anything because I don't know. The talking ones don't seem to be showing up anymore, other than okay. That's like 3 streams in a row, I think. No, the last Sunday stream, I think. I probably expect Montoya to show up eventually. But I haven't seen Enraven on one of these for a while. I hope I didn't offend him or anything. Naturally, I think in terms of. Oh, didn't realize the microphone was over there. Naturally, I think in terms of, what did I do? But, I mean, dude might just be busy. Is it? Is there? Oh, okay. I haven't really heard anything about the tornado stuff. So I apologize for my ignorance on that. Where is that happening? Severe storms and tornadoes hit parts of U.S. Central U.S. Man, crazy shit. Yeah, I hope everybody's okay. That's called heightism. Don't call it racism. Jesus. Or I'm vertically prejudiced, if you like. How far up is this? Too far. Don't need that. I'm glad all your people are okay. But yeah, it sounds kind of horrible. I can't look at the Rancor one here without laughing, just because it got like psychotic, and it wasn't quite the intention originally. And then it was like, okay, how much more psychotic can we make it now? Huckstab is mostly not on this. This is Rancor. This is Gun Show. I keep forgetting his name. I don't know how you keep forgetting that name, but yeah, it's funny. I haven't had Rancor and Popo on the same page yet. In the first issue, Rancor choose Hawkstab out for not having all his people present for a meeting because Popo was out, just kind of lurking on rooftops because that's what he does in his spare time, which is like all the time, basically. I am going to try and remember to have somebody at some point. No, not in this issue. Next issue, because still nobody mentions Popo in this issue. Nobody's even noticed that he's missing, which is now starting to become funny. So sometime in issue 5, I think I have to point out, have like Shock Block or somebody go, okay, does anybody know where Popo is? Or maybe even just leave it because this is what his usual deal is. Yeah, I don't mind the implication that this just happens all the time, where he's gone for like a week or two, and the team just kind of doesn't care now. But I don't know if that flies with tropes, so maybe not. Come on. Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, I figure you gotta, because like at the end of this arc, he is gonna rejoin with the group. That's in the plan. Sorry to spoil, but I mean, it's the beginning of the comic essentially, and he's my favorite character. So yeah, he's gonna rejoin the group. In case you were wondering. So it might be funnier to have somebody finally notice just before that happens, because he's gonna rejoin in spectacular style. So, which I guess you guys will see in like a year or a year and a half, maybe, with at the rate I draw these things. I mean, to be a year and a half out from the end of this arc is kind of fucking nuts on its own. I really do have to finish the fucking lettering so I can get this thing. I don't know, like on a website at least, to get so people can download PDFs or something. I don't know. Yeah, no, fair enough. He does. He does have his own solo title essentially, at least for now, which is fun actually, to just kind of break away from the team dynamic every once in a while. Like I have to because that's what the story demands. But it is a nice break every once in a while. Yeah. I you know what? The funny thing is, like the way I can see this, it doesn't look. Well, you can kind of tell on the stream. It doesn't look pure black. Like there's streakiness in it. Um, I don't know, and it probably will look like that in the finished copy as well. But what can you do? Oh, that looks better. This hair is like despicable. This is the worst hairstyle that has ever been conceived. The the mohawk so giant it has flopped over. Yeah, maybe I do. I still have any other brush? I don't think I do. I've kind of used them all up. I'm no good with brushes. I have no way to conserve them. Like I do if I do research, but I'm just not doing that. What is this? Oh, three. Okay. Besides Popo, Shock Block, I guess he's the next one who's the most a character. Honestly, so far the Blood Force series has largely been the Hawkstab story, which I mean I think is defensible as he's the leader. You know, and everybody and well, with Popo, and then everybody else has just been kind of shuttling around the edges. But we are going to have eventually, if I get that far. So I think that far is around issue 7. We there is going to be a subplot where Shock Block is off on his own. So I guess that's going to happen every once in a while. And then you just cut back every once in a while to the rest of the team, which I suppose will include Popo at that point. That ought to be interesting. I've barely even written Popo as part of the team dynamic. I'm not even sure if I can do that. Like long term. Seems like a weird idea. Why would anyone do that? Okay, cool. I mean, maybe I'll take a bit better care of them somehow. I really do. I have a tendency to just like put them in the water dish or whatever, water bowl, and then just leave them there because I forget about them. And then I'll come back like a day or two later and be like, oh, yeah, okay, so you're dead. I don't know if I've got the steadiness you kind of need for brushes anyway, to be honest. The microns, I think I can control reasonably well. Everything else, just like I got no confidence in it. This doesn't really work with the light source at all, but that's okay. Okay, fair enough. I'll try and the brush maintenance tips there. I'll try and remember that. Um, Fair warning, I may not because I don't remember things generally. I appreciate that. And I do like that idea with Popo. Although, unfortunately, I do have another ending planned, so can't go with that. I maybe in the future though. I like that idea. I mean, he's going to go off missing again, I'm sure. There's no way this is a one-off. Are you guys familiar with the current artists? There's a question. Do any artists get a lot of praise these days? I feel like that's the writers that do. There you go. Let's see here. Because I always hear about, like, you know, Tom King, Scott Snyder, or whoever the fuck else is writing these days. I don't hear about artists. Unless it's like David Booth. Dave Booth? Fuck, now I don't know how to say that. Yeah, it's David, right? Yeah, that's what he goes by. But like, people don't talk about anybody else, feels like. And I understand there's a logic behind it. It's because they don't want to. Marvel doesn't want to hype up artists because they're still afraid of another image happening. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's true. And yet he still doesn't hype up any artists at DC. Do they still have Doug Monkey? Like, is he doing anything for them currently? Because I like him. Let's work on this thing. I think we need to change Rancor's pose a little bit. He shouldn't be standing still. He should be getting knocked back. Doug Mankey? Monkey? I don't know how to say his name because he's got the H in there. Mankey? Ah, yes. Yeah, no, there's all sorts of artists you never would have heard of if not for me. So start thanking now. I feel like the world never understood just how great Merritt Michaels was until me. Or as entertaining, anyway. If I... No, that doesn't make any sense. That looks like his arm got broken. I don't like putting his... I don't like putting his arm right in here. I feel like it slows things down. Now, if I just like barely... like that. That'll work, I think. Oh, Christ. We're not getting into team pets, are we? I don't think I could handle that. We finally, like issue 30, we finally see inside Popo's quarters. And he calls out to Dog Monkey. Moog? Why would I do that? is there a reason for calling something Moog? I feel like this ruined, or not ruined, but screwed up the Cyber Zerk big punch a little bit. Was getting that leg in there. Now it looks a little better, I think. We've already got one guy with his hair going straight up, pretty much. Of course he does, right? Let's straighten this hand out a little bit. Yeah. That has quite a bit more impact. Okay. I gotta try inking this mess now. Okay, so if any of you have ever seen like Power Slap or something like that, where they go like ultra slow motion at like 300 frames per second or something, that's kind of what we're going for here. Yeah, you probably can see. I probably didn't need to say that, but in case people were wondering why, like if the lines didn't make sense, why is this guy's nose all of a sudden more of a curve? If that's what that is, if we're calling that a nose. Jesus Christ. I feel like this is out of tone for the rest of the book. I think I'm okay with it. There is that. I think it is more dynamic. Although I think Daniel Warren Johnston, if that's his name, I think that's his name. It gets published by Image. His stuff is incredibly kinetic and dynamic. So if you want to check out a book that's like that, I would recommend either Murder Falcon or Do a Powerbomb. But yeah, I was kind of thinking, like, that why don't people do that? I mean, in the '90s, it makes sense that people wouldn't do that. I mean, you are kind of holding over from the '80s for one thing, where just that didn't happen. Also, you don't have like 300 frames per second cameras. So unless somebody like really lucks out and captures a really nice photo of somebody's face getting rearranged, you just didn't see it really. We get the ear flopping and everything, because those ears really start flopping when they get like just nailed. Ah, yes, yeah. Everybody loves that punch. Just depressing Guy Gardner's face into the back of his neck. And if we recall, this is the last panel of this page. This was the last panel of the last page, and they're both the same guy. So just watch who you step to, everybody. You can talk your shit all you like, but when you make sure you can back it up when you do it with some people. I think we got to be careful about the amount of hatching on this now. Like we don't want any hatching, I think. Because that'll just slow it down. I like to do a Powerbomb quite a bit. I did read the whole thing. Oh, I guess I have to put the stubble in there too, eh? Yeah, shit. I didn't particularly have a problem with. I mean, I liked Murder Falcon from what I remember. I don't know anything he's done aside from those two. I think we need to make the outline on this thicker to just kind of make it seem a bit more dense and just a little more straight edged. Oh, I didn't know he did a beta ray bill. That's cool. I was gonna say it feels like there's a similarity between him and Walter Simonson, but like no, not really. Maybe a little bit in terms of I don't know philosophy. Okay, this has to go because it's bugging me. Can it go? Doesn't look like it can completely go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I mean like the style is very manga influenced, right? As far as I can tell. whereas Simonson is like just Kirby on amphetamines. Let's see. Oh, where'd that brush go? Is that you? I think that is you. Okay. Yes. That was bugging me. Well, let's see. The original question, right? Artists who are popular but you're not a fan of? Let's see who's big. There's Mike Zeck, who I feel like, from what I've seen, because I haven't seen a ton. So there is that. Everything is with a caveat that I haven't seen a ton of this guy. From what I've seen, goes all out on covers and then goes for speed on the interiors, which I don't blame. But his interiors tend to be kind of boring. I mean, Craven's Last Hunt is its own thing. Again, I probably haven't seen on the right interiors, but from what I've seen, it just seems like he goes quite a bit easier on them. Doesn't put the kind of thought into them that he does on the covers, which, I mean, again, is explainable, I think. That's quite the confession. Travis Sheree, Mike Mignola, or Wills Portasio. Man, that's a group. Like I said, I've cooled off a little bit on Wills. I still like his stuff though. Magnola, I can kind of see a little bit, to be honest. Like, it's fun stuff to look at a lot of the time, but and his compositions tend to be pretty great. Just maybe not to the degree that everybody raves about him. Travis Charest, I can't back you on at all, personally. That's one of my all-time favorites. Is it still wet? It feels like it is still wet. That's fair. Harsh, but fair, I think. Again, caveat time. I haven't read a ton of Mignola. I read the first 2 books of Hellboy and the Dracula series, which I loved. And I feel like something he did with Marvel or a couple of things, but I'm not sure what he's done lately. I do. I'm trying to think because, like, yeah, a lot of his stuff tends to be just shapes. I think for a lot of people it works. I don't entirely disagree with you on that. Can we get some O1s in here? There you are. All right. Now defend your Travis Charest take. Yeah, that's a tough hit. And I still got to do that stubble. Shit. You don't do the stubble, it might not be him. All right. That sounds interesting. This might be a thing I can't counter. I mean, probably because I don't honestly. I'm bad with things like page structure, composition, all that. It's stuff I try to pick up, but I tend to focus on things like just how skilled somebody is, like how they were able to make a drawing look. Basically, that's it. Like the the content of it, not so much, or not the subject. There you go. Not so much everything about it. Less of a big picture guy. There you go. I thought I had a salient point in there somewhere, but maybe not. Okay, the bell bottoms I'm not familiar with. Maybe I missed that one. Yeah, he does do some weird style things. I should be like that. I've got one people will hate, but I don't think I should say it because that will drive off, everyone who's left. We don't need that. Oh, of course. I mean, if you're looking for stuff you could find, that would make a ton of sense. So, yes, yeah, he does do that. Yeah, where it's a very simple out. Yeah, that's true. That's one of those things I kind of recognized, but couldn't figure out how to like what he was doing exactly. I think when I was a kid. Just abusing those traps. Holy shit. There. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, he was kind of going for more of a realistic textures kind of thing. Some elements realistic, some elements not. But you know. That's right here. Yes, I'd actually considered getting some Puma Blues, which is what I've never owned before, but heard a bunch of through Cerebus, and I always really dug Mike Zulli when I was a kid. Oh yeah, with the Top Gun Echoes. I have no idea what's on here. This is just a um, royalty-free dark synthwave mix of some kind. I was like, sure. If it starts to bug me, I'll turn it off. And I honestly, most of the time, I barely even heard it. So I guess I could put stuff on that would like make people like want to stick around. I don't know what would do that though. Yeah, well, like yeah, no, it's the kind of thing that I don't know. It's the right kind of mood for me. I can't put on like just a random no copyright metal mix because that can vary wildly from song to song. Whereas, you know, dark synthwave stuff, it again, it is more about mood. I think I was getting into it when I was drawing the thing I was working on before this with my brother, which was set in like a bit of a dystopian future kind of thing. Fair enough. And I mean, like you say, Top Gun. I think like Danger Zone. Or are we talking about the new Top Gun? I don't know what's in that. I still haven't seen that. I hear it is actually kind of good. I watch a movie like every 2, 3 months. I feel like it might be less than that, but yeah. No, no kind of country will ever be a thing, bro or otherwise. I didn't know bro country was a thing until I saw there's the There I Ruined It guy who does AI stuff with songs. And he just made like the ultimate bro country song, which is just trucks and beer and I don't remember what else. It was like 4 things. Dirt Road, that was one of the other ones. So it does use Top Gun too, or Danger Zone too. That's, I mean, it should if it's going for a nostalgia thing. Which if you're bringing Tom Cruise back for a Top Gun movie, that's what you're doing. Bro country sounds awesome. Yep, truck girls, beer, dirt roads. Yep. I think they say Chevy a few times too. Well, I mean, to be fair, that's what you get for listening to country music in the first place. If that's what you're doing. Bro country's pretty easy to avoid. You don't put on the country music station. I've never actually heard any of it. Yeah, like that, something like that. Sure. Okay, this is starting to lose a bit of cohesion around here, but at least it's not the most important part. Most important part is fist face. In case you forgot, you might have forgot. I forget sometimes. Hey Montoya, how you doing, buddy? Oh shit, there's a little bit of talking with. All right, I like Johnny Cash a little bit. Yeah, maybe more than a little bit, like 40%. Some of his songs are pretty damn good, and then the rest is like just the Johnny Cashness of it is like yes, I like that too. I can't get behind really any other kind of country. I wonder if it has to do with not being American. Ooh, maybe there's that. Wow, the whole thing went by. Oh no, it didn't. Were they using auto tuning country? Oh fuck's sake. Yeah, a lot of the stuff I listen to is just kind of stuff I inherited from my parents, essentially. My dad got me into ACDC when I was like 11, I think. And my mom had a lot of soul albums actually growing up, like funk and Motown and shit. And then, grew up in the 90s, so 90s stuff too. And that's kind of been about it. Haven't really gotten into any other kind. My mom also did get into country, and I made fun of her mercilessly for it. Well, like AC/DC kind of moved into metal and, like any decent kind of guitar rock, really. I was a huge White Zombie fan for a long time until I kind of got sick of Rob Zombie. I don't know if that's a common thing with his fans or not, but yeah. Oh yeah, he did do the Munsters thing for a bit, didn't he? I don't know how that turned out. Yeah, I can't think of a Rob Zombie movie that's out and out good. I don't think there is one, in my opinion. Some of them are kind of fun occasionally. I think I convinced myself I liked House of a Thousand Corpses when it came out on DVD. And I try to be more human than human, but there's only so much humaning we can do, right? And hey, Maggie Pinky. Devil's Reject, probably, right? I mean, in terms of filmmaking, I suppose it's still not like it's not an enjoyable movie. It wasn't. I feel like it wasn't meant to be enjoyable. But it's like, okay, then what? Why am I watching this? Yeah, some sick bubblegum. Yes. Yeah, and like yeah. And what was it? They didn't like something about I think the hostage scene. They some producer or something, and Rob Zombie's response was like, "Art is not safe." And it's like, oh, is that what this is? Because it looks like a 70s, yeah, like slasher kind of movie. Yeah, that's quite a few quotation marks there. I wasn't really a fan of the Halloween remakes myself, personally. I mean, it's tough. Like if you don't like the first one, maybe I can see it. But like giving Michael Myers motivation for one thing is like the first no. The whole point of how creepy Michael Myers is that he just did it. And even though he came from like a nice family and stuff. Yeah. No, that's true. The art needs no reason thing, or was that it? Yeah. No, art. What was it? There's no bad art. That was what it was. I was just saying it was true to something, and then forgot what it was immediately as I was saying it. It's starting to feel kind of Don Simpson here. Been a lot of Don Simpson for me in the last couple of days. Rob Zombie was better in Wayne's World? Or Michael Myers? Oh, fuck's sake. You son of a bitch. Mike Myers feels like one of those actors that everybody hates working with. He has a bad name to Canadians, as far as I can tell. It's still going, right? Yeah. Oh shit! I did want to put some drool in that panel. Actually, I meant to. I think it just got kind of erased by my hand here. Out of just kind of the side, I think. Okay, we'll wait for that to dry and then we'll get back to that. It's hard not to go Sienkiewicz on these because I'm trying to get like some energy across. So like my hand just wants to go bah. The thing is, when I try to go Sienkiewicz, it usually ends up looking like shit because I'm not Sienkiewicz, oddly enough. There you go. That's the side of it I didn't see. Was that yes, I'm not Sienkiewicz, but Sienkiewicz also is not me. So it's fucking deep. Should we do the tooth? You put a black spot in here. That'd be kind of funny. Do the tooth. Do the tooth. That'd be a full-on molar, right? There we go. Oh, I think. Sorry, negativity. I think you got outvoted. We need a line going directly from there, I think. Yes. 32 men enter, 1 tooth leave. This is going to make it a little difficult to draw the speed lines in an hour or two. Oh, well. That's how it goes. Where's it? Okay, I think actually this expression isn't that great. Oh, that would be a shame if that was the cyanide tooth. Make him a little bit happier about the punch. What, greats? Yeah, that's. I'm good for that. For finding out what you shouldn't do first. Never put greats in an alien ship. Like don't make the ship all greats, because then you got to draw so many greats and it takes a while. I don't think I want to open that mouth at all. All the backup cyanide teeth. If he really gets into trouble, he starts spitting them at people. That's what I figured. Speed lines, I think everybody likes speed lines. Like in terms of, they look good and they're also kind of fun to draw a little bit. Like they're not hard anyway. Grates are a gigantic pain in the ass. And they don't look particularly good, but now I've established it as part of the aesthetic. It's a good shot. Hey, man, if you want to treat the greats better, feel free. Just like you don't deserve this life, I'm going to take you away from all of this. Just be a confusing T-shirt. Why not? People ask you what that means. Just like I think it's self-explanatory. Cool. That sounds all right. Sounds like something I couldn't imagine doing, to be honest. But glad it sounds like it turned out okay anyway. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Where's an L3? I've got plenty. Oh, that shouldn't have been like that. It should have been more forward facing. Shit. I feel like I have to fix that. Sure. Let's give him some tidy whities at least. I don't think we've ever seen gun show's ass to this point. I don't think we need to see that it's bare. I don't think that's the case. Oh, cool. Okay. Trying to think if me and my friends did anything similar. Not really. We played a lot of Mario Kart. Then watched a bunch of movies, and then then started making comics. I mean, we were already into comics. Not really. I've never. I feel like I don't. I'm not good at role playing myself, like specifically role playing. So I've never really gotten into RPGs that much. I mean, if somebody else wants to take a stab at it, that'd be fine. A hawk stab at it, perhaps. I think I did like, the Marvel Series 2 style readouts at one point because that's fun. I'm like, I'm like, damn, all my guys are like weirdly weak because a lot of them are like, they their thing is their one power. And the rest, and aside from that, they're all just kind of basically Captain America, who's like in super good shape, like just in such good shape, you guys. But that's not impressive for power rankings. Mm. Uh, oh, that was still the same one. And I mean, I didn't have too many to go through for my thing. Anyway, I think one of the few guys I didn't make one for was Rancor, who would be like, twos across the board because two is just like regular person. One is like Aunt May. But then you got to add like an extra layer on there for, I don't know, just like being a dick. And on that one, he's a 7. I don't know about these weird abdominals I'm doing here. Yeah. Yeah, it's your superpower is carry weight. You know. This needs to actually be trimmed down a little bit. Interesting shapes. Well, I mean, yeah, no, that's true. There was that shot of Popo at the end of issue 3 where he's got two. They're maybe not the size of a couch, like a duffel bag, a large duffel bag. I feel like. Yeah, I do remember Blood Wolf. Just did a revisit for Spawn number 12 that'll be coming out next week, which has a Blood Wolf poster in it. So one of the like two things that Liefeld did with Blood Wolf, apart from I know he did the miniseries eventually too, but he wasn't drawing that shit, which is a shame because you can argue Blood Wolf is one of the more interesting things Liefeld did. Just his little story in Darker Image. It's stupid. Like the story is stupid, but the art style is fun. With Rob Liefeld trying to be Simon Bisley a little bit. Oh yeah. I forgot about the space bike. But like he was trying to copy Simon Bisley's style a little bit too, right? It's one of those things that doesn't really get mentioned about that too much. Because I mean, the rest of it is so Lobo, I guess it doesn't really need to be mentioned. The giant fists here. Yep, that's no. I mean, who wouldn't, right? No, it didn't actually. It's one of the things he's spent more effort on. It feels like, although that was the time for him to do that, right? The first year of Image, I think saw Liefeld do just the most work he's done. And then after that, it went downhill. But I think that first year, he felt like he had to prove something a little bit in terms of his art. Am I gonna make the big panel of Portasio homage? Homage? I didn't say that. I don't think I can really do that. It's got the Portasio border. That's about as much as I can do. There is that he didn't have to try and draw anything that looked like anything. That probably helped. And again, just the fact he's trying to copy or more like import elements of Simon Bisley's style a little bit. And one of the things about Simon Bisley's style is that he puts a lot of lines down, or at least appears to. All right, he's got like a tattoo on the left side of his, or the right side of his face here. Should we break it out? Do I have it anywhere close by? I feel like I do have it right here. Hang on. If I have it right here, we'll take a look. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, like there is, yeah, he's trying to do like Bisley Giffen-y kind of backgrounds. And like he's got the Giffen kind of signs everywhere. Sorry about the light. Yeah, hang on. You go away. And like just, yeah, the amount of just stuff on things. Assuming, of course, that Rob drew all this, but I think he might have. Yeah, there's a ton of lines. And this was the one where he had, I guess he was starting to get made fun of for the pouches. So Blood Wolf has all the pouches. He has 2 pouch belts around each wrist, 2 pouch belts around the one leg at least, and the belt all the way up and down the shins, and pouch belts around his feet. It's like, shit, does Rob have a sense of humor? And like that's almost an expression that he's got on Blood Wolf there. It's crazy. Like, look at this. It's like almost perspective. It doesn't really work. Well, I mean, it works fine, but mostly because he's cut off the edges of it. And there's like all sorts of stuff in here. Like I say, this is probably, and there's the picking up the big gun. This is probably one of his best things that he's done. And it's like 8 pages. I was thinking this page was going to get done today. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, that doesn't sound wrong. Except it's more like his brain locked up and it never unlocked. Well, I guess Youngblood number 9, I think it was 8. No, it was 8. Yeah, Youngblood number 9 was the Valentino one. It definitely wasn't that one. Youngblood number 8, he increased the line count once again. It had been a while. Let me get a drink of water here. But like Youngblood number 6, is when he really starts laying off the rendering because he's got Kiko Taganashi to pick up all the slack. And Kiko Taganashi is his colorist. Or was at the time. He's moved on. And then, yeah, it was kind of a, I don't remember how 7 went. I think that was the one where Bad Rock was on the talk show. I think that was probably it. And just, was regular, not great. Oh, yeah, I wanted to do some vein work there too, didn't I? No, not the old one. 3 is a start. Oh, that's one thing I'm missing is all the little tiny hatching I had going on in the last one. Whereas for that, I will need an 01. You could probably use this to be ink too. All right. I guess we should do that. Those speed lines. And they got to come out of the fist, right? I think so. Yeah, like the impact essentially. Maybe I don't complete them all the way. I think that's actually a good way to go. Because I know Montoya loves that. Maybe we should determine an actual center instead of like a vague one. So, yeah, let's erase some of this. Okay, we'll just, do I have any, I don't have anything colored, do I? That would be like more helpful. Oh well. There's gotta be something. No? No, I'm not touching that. Yeah, nothing, man. What do we think? Does this still work? I don't know why I have a pink highlighter, but I guess I do. Kind of works. And we'll just wipe that out again after. I refuse to complete my lines. You want complete lines, you came to the wrong place. So you match up with that? Yeah, kind of. We can do the big, the big ones. Some of the lines will be complete, just not the big ones. How's that? I'll compromise with you. How can you have any pudding if you don't complete your lines? Okay, it's going to be right there. Might as well, I suppose. It does actually kind of match the line of the spit too. That works. That one went a bit far. See, this is what I get for completing lines. But right through his shoulder. That's going to have to leave. Okay, so now 03s. And these ones will at least go further with. Should I do the Portasio border around the whole thing? I feel like I kind of should. Otherwise, it seems a little bit weak. Oh, did I lose that brush? Huh. Okie dokie. No, there it is. Okay. Okay, I'm not resting the ink on top of my comics. Let's not do that. Not smart about this, but like, don't have to try to be dumb about it either. Come on, just like retain a little bit. Wow, that looks like nothing. Okay. I guess that works a bit as a Portasio horn. I mean, like for just a single punch, I feel like he'd do something a bit crazier. The expression feels almost like Charles Burns a little bit in some ways. Maybe just some of the inking on it. Yes. Well, I could try to remove it, but then the whole thing might fall on me, and yeah, who's got time for that? And honestly, I kind of like it as just like a random edge in there. And after I did that, I'm like, shit, I should have done that with more of the fuck's sake. Oh well. It's too late now, unless I want to white a whole bunch of it out, and I really kind of don't. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that when I'm done with this, I'm done. This is, oh man, this is a big panel to be doing this many speed lines in. Oh, I missed. Huh. Interesting. Not sure what to do with that now. Unless we do the odd, really thick line, which I might do, and then make sure to cover that up. Nope, that should be a thigh. We don't need a speed line there. More on that side. I don't know if I can do that. I think my buddy did actually get some Zipatone. But he lives on the other side of the country, so I can't do anything about that. Yeah. It might be an idea. It might be a terrible idea. I have no idea how to apply Zipatone. But for a black and white comic, it's well, it's kind of tough to be instead of just cross-hatching everything to death. Unless you're Gerhardt, in which case you cross-hatch everything to death. Yeah, bad ideas. Yeah, exactly. I have them all the time. Nobody's used to them like me. The thing is, I think it's kind of labor intensive, like in terms of cutting shit out and sticking it down and shit. I don't know. Maybe not. Dave Sim had no problem using it for 26 years. That said, I don't think he's used it much since. So there is that. Oh yeah, I need to find my Merit. That's right, and he can do all this shit for me. Until he gets too big for his britches, and I have to kick him off the Popo solo series. Or the Blood Brass behind the scenes series. That one's in the works too, right? No, all the way. Come on. These ones go all the way. I like how I have to talk myself into drawing properly sometimes. Okay, interesting. Maybe it's the amount of Zipatone. I'm honestly I don't read any manga really, so I don't know how much exactly they use. I feel like I know what you mean, but I can't quite picture it. If Steele were here, he would be displeased. Oh, that's a hand. Well, we're not waiting that out till the end because otherwise we'll just smear everything. I mean, yeah, if you're using it on everything, I don't know. I still think it depends kind of how you use it. Like, because they're using it like the way you would show up if you were looking at a black and white photo, right? Where everything basically is gray. It doesn't necessarily make for the most engaging art, I guess. Yeah. And I mean, that's sometimes that's what they're going for, right? Is that just like it would be color if you weren't colorblind, that kind of thing. I very rarely see it, so I don't have much of a problem with it. Although I think personally, yeah, I probably do prefer clean line stuff where I can see what the artist is doing. All right, getting near the finish line here on this round of lines. I think I still need another backup round. No, I won't take you. Oh. This thing is running out of ink. Now it'd be okay because I have two 03s on my board right now, like on the ready to go pile essentially. I'm not sure which of them is older, so one of them needs to get used up. So that I can confidently use the other one. I think I did that before, and the one that was used up just I was able to identify it, and it hung on for months. Okay. Maybe it doesn't need another row of lines. It might be enough. I want to do it on here just to see. Like just one in between everything. Yeah, I think it kind of works. I also don't think these ones need to go all the way up. Oh, for fuck's sake. Be a lot of whiting out on this page. Yep. A 1, a 2. I just think the speed lines that were there were a little too widely spaced. It's just my opinion. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. I did clear that up. Okay, good. Oh, I missed all of this. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I had that one where I like went over the line, and then I was just like, nope, I'm done with these lines here. Yeah, exactly. When you think you have too many, it's perfect. It's funny. I don't think I've ever used them before doing Blood Force. Now it's like I'm a master at them. Well, not a master, but they're not exactly. It's not like, oh shit, I better start drawing some lines. That's something I've never done before. Like, no, we're well versed. No, no. Or one of the first pages I did actually, where I was doing speed lines just like so fine and so close together that it was like a blur almost, which was a nice effect, but like it almost felt like it did serious damage to my wrist. And then the finished product, like the finished page, didn't look right because it was like off center or something. Mm-hmm. This is the mesmerizing time. Oh, it's another one. Shit. I think the thing is that it's kind of close to greats, so people were like excited for a second. Now they're just kind of disappointed. You don't feel like talking a lot when you're disappointed. I get it. Mhm. Okay, that's a few lines. There you go. Okay, so let's erase all of this stuff so I can clearly see where I need to white out, because that's the most important thing now. Oh, and see some of the things that I just forgot to render, basically. Oh, there's white out on that. That's right. Oh well. Let's see if I can fix that up a little bit. This needs to go. Thank you. Now let's see. Couple here. I don't think that really needs it because it looks more like hair. Let's get rid of that because I don't like it. And there was a couple over the thigh. There we go. Any more? I don't think so. Maybe getting a little better at it. Oh. Yeah, you think so? You think I missed a couple? I disagree. I think they all connected, like right up to the middle. I think you must be seeing it. I'd go to an optometrist, honestly, if I were you. Okay, let's do some tighter pencils on this. Tighter than, nothing. And then we'll call it a day. Yep. No, I'm not planning on sticking around too much longer. Four hours is when I can still be, after 4 hours is when I can still be productive during the day, I think. If I go after 5, I'm done for like 6 hours afterwards. I think a large part of it actually is having to wear the glasses for that long. Because I'm still not used to it. Not 100%. It was around this time last year I started wearing them. Shoot, I missed what you were talking about in terms of is something in Liefeld. Did everybody get? Yeah, he did get stubble throat. That's good. Oh, has anybody seen The Beekeeper? How's that? Because I just finished watching that. and that was pretty good. For a Jason Statham kicking some ass movie. I do actually. It was pretty good. The villains in it are like white collar phone scammers. Well, not a kind of white collar. It's more like, like they make them the most contemptible people in the world. So you really want to see them like just get their fucking ass kicked. So we get to see a fair bit of that. It's pretty good. I feel like I haven't seen a movie where someone kicks the living shit out of phone scammers before, and I'm on board. Right? Should be doing the point as he's walking up. I feel like probably. What's he saying there? In line 2. Actually, you know what he should be doing? He should be pointing at Hawkstad. That would work. I should be a little higher then. Oh, fuck. Probably a couple, right? I don't know. Most of them kind of suck, I think, don't they? Yeah, the landscape. Yeah. I know there is one for the cleaner, although in that case, cleaner means something else entirely, of course. I'm sure there is one for the cleaner. Must be. The interior decorator. Oh, I forgot the one bit that I should probably be whiting out the most here. That probably shouldn't stick around. Oh, you got to come back down with it? All right, 347. Let's see here. Like I said, I did want to get a bit more vascularity into this. Oh, I mean, there's no white out there, but that's okay. There's no ink there. Just a little bit, I think. Don't need too much. I guess he must, right? How many times did I say that? It was only the twice, right? I didn't say it 3 times. Trying to remember what it was because I got another Wildcats one coming up for not this coming week, but the one after. I think there was one in that one. They're not in every video anymore. At least it felt like it was for a long time. But like they would really bug me, and then nobody said anything. It's just like maybe they don't notice. You know, you're the first one where it's like, oh shit, they do notice. And we're talking about how in the X-Men 226 review, I used the word convalesce at least twice, possibly 3 times. Oh, fuck off, 4. It wasn't 4. There's no way that was 4. I mean, 4 would definitely be worth pointing out. So, I mean, it's if nothing else, I'm much more diligent about it now that it's been pointed out. So thank you for that. If I catch myself saying the same thing twice in too short a time, it's like, no. Find another word. All right. I think that's pretty good. That's a hell of a fucking page anyway. Trying to figure out who that looks like. I don't think it's Rancor. Let's stick up those eyebrows a little bit. I mean, if anybody, I feel like it looks like Hitch from Shoresy. Although part of that is I should do a little bit of a knocked out tooth here. There we go. Man. It's going to be a tough recovery. Oh, this is all like not black enough. Is it a fucking eraser? I really should let this stuff sit for like a day or two before I try erasing it. But I need to be able to see what hasn't been finished yet, because sometimes I can't make it out under the pencil. All right, so I'm going to call it quits there. I guess we'll finish this up on Wednesday, and then probably do the pencils for page 5, which I think it is just going to be continuing it. I know at some point I'm going to have to cut back to Popo, and I'm just not sure where. I might just do a bunch of, fight pages and then a bunch of Popo pages. I'm not going to do that, actually, because I don't want to do a bunch of great pages. So, thanks, man. They will be inserted in, but where they end up in the order of drawing doesn't necessarily mean where they're going to be in the order of the comic. Not that really matters, but I think I'm just solidifying it for myself, if nothing else. So I don't know how to reply to that. Just Popo after Popo. Damn. All right. Popo and the Clerg swimsuit edition. How's that? You need to break something up eventually. All right. Oh, fuck it. Just took the glasses off. Oh, that sounds fucking horrible. You let me know. You know what? Rob Liefeld would farm that kind of shit out. You guys let me know how that goes. You do all the submission stuff. I'll do the cover, which will just be regular Popo. Possible. Well, now you have to do something suggestive, I suppose, or just Popo by a pool, fully dressed. That sounds like something I would enjoy. The Popo swimsuit is just his regular suit. Lack of focus now. All right. So, I'm going to take off. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out, making it fun. Or I'll see you guys in the Discord. All right. Have a good rest of your weekend.